Hello and welcome to another ramble with me. We are looking at IEB November 2022 paper 1, question 4b. The sum of the first n terms of a geometric series is given by Sn is equal to 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus n. Okay, so the sum of the first term will be 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 1. The sum of the first two terms will be 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 2. The sum of the first three terms will be 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 3, and so on. Determine the ninth term of the series. Okay, so we want to figure out T9. And the way that we can do that is by recognizing that the sum of the first 10 terms is equal to the sum of the first 9 terms. Oh, that's not what we want. Okay, it'll be the sum of the first 9 terms plus the 10th term. We don't want that. We want the 9th term. Okay, so the same logic, but using the right numbers. So if we want term 9, we can add it to S8, and then we'll get S9. So the sum of the first 9 terms is equal to the sum of the first 8 terms plus the 9th term. Okay, so we can figure out what S9 is and what S8 is using the formula that we've been given, and then we can work out T9. Okay, so S9 is equal to 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 9. So it's 8 minus 2 to the minus 6, which is 8 minus 1 over 64, which is 7 and 63 over 64. Okay, right, and then S8 is equal to 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 8, and that is 8 minus 2 to the minus 5, which is 8 minus 32nd. Is that what you even call it? And then that will be 7 and 31 over 32. So the difference between these series is going to give us whatever the 9th term is. So S9 minus S8, that's not how I wanted to start that. So the 9th term will be equal to S9 minus S8, which is 7 and 63 over 64 minus 7 and 31 over 32. And of course, I've decided that I don't want to use a calculator, so that's what we're doing. So this is over 64, that will be 62. So the difference between them is a 64th, and that is what term 9 will be. Do you agree? Memo. The memo does agree. And they have an alternative approach. Oh, cool. Okay, so for the alternative approach, what they've done is they have used the fact that, okay, we're told it's a geometric series, so let's generate the first two terms. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. What's easier? Let's just put this question onto a new page. Okay, and even if they hadn't said it was a geometric pattern, you could have, just gone ahead and generated the first 3 terms or so, and I always say 3 is enough to determine what kind of pattern it is. I don't know if there's actually a science to that, but anyway, I think after 3 terms you can call it. You can do 4 just to be safe. And if you saw that, hey, there is a common ratio between these terms, then you would be able to go ahead and use the geometric formulas. Anyway, so S1 is equal to 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 1, which is 8 minus 2 to the 2, which is 8 minus 4, which is 4. And S2, which is the sum of the first 2 terms, is 8 minus 2 to the 3 minus 2, which is 8 minus 2 to the 1, which is 8 minus 2, which is 6. And like I said, amen, you can take it all the way to 3 if you want. So that would be 8 minus 2 to the 0, which is 8 minus 1, which is equal to 7, right? So now that gives us the sum, so the sum of the first term is then just T1, right? So that'll be 4. And then T2 will be the sum of the first two terms minus the sum of the first term, right? So that'll be 6 minus 4, which is 2. And then T3, just for good measure, will be the sum of the first three terms minus the sum of the first two terms. So that'll be 7 minus 6, which is 1, right? So this sequence is 4, 2, 1, right? What's happening each time? We are dividing by 2 or timesing by a half, right? So this is a geometric series where a is equal to 4, r is equal to a half, okay, and we are trying to figure out the ninth term, which we would get by saying a times r to the n minus 1. So our a is 4, our r is a half, and our n is 9. So that is 4 times a half to the 8. Okay, and if we're to really get all exponential about it, that would be 2 to the 2 and 2 to the minus 1 to the 8. So 2 to the 2 and here 2 to the minus 8. We can add those exponents. So that is 2 to the 2 plus negative 8, which is 2 to the negative 6, which does in fact give us a 64th. So that's a cool approach. Okie dokes. That's it for this question. See you another time for another rumble.